Time to spill some tea. Hey guys, what's up? It's Imurgency and welcome back to my channel. Back when I was applying to colleges, I went on a ton of college tours. And I was always just so amazed by like the whole presentation of the school. Like the tour guides were like doing such a great job like explaining like what the school was and making me really excited to be there. At the end of the day, a lot of these schools sounded the same. #1 in the nation for this, #2 in the world for that. It just all sounded so familiar and just so scripted. I just felt like it wasn't the whole story, you know? And I really figured that out when I actually got to college and saw that my school was so much different than what they were saying it was. I don't know, things about my school were just like really glorified, like academic advising. So I kind of wanted to get to the bottom of all this. I know that it's not the tour guide's fault that they have to sort of display this image of the school, which isn't necessarily realistic, but like it's their job. So what I was really interested in was figuring out what the tour guides would actually want to say if they could give a tour. So what I did was I reached out to a bunch of tour guides both at my school and at schools around the country for just like things that tour guides wish they could say on their tours. And this whole submission process was anonymous so that these tour guides could be honest and not have to worry about losing their jobs. And to make this whole thing even more entertaining, I printed out 3 submissions and made random people on campus read them out loud. So here we go.
You're actually more invested in this tour than your child is, and they're the ones who will be attending college and not you. Please stop bringing your 15-year-olds on tours and making them ask questions. They barely know what they want for dinner, let alone what they want in a university and what questions to ask.
I love when alumni come back with their kids on college tours, as long as they don't keep going on to the entire group about what the campus was like when they went there.
Families of color have straight up left in the middle of tours because we don't highlight enough of the MSSC or other cultural aspects, or because tour guides couldn't answer diversity-related questions.
Are there any questions? That's okay. No one ever does.
One time, the wheelchair lift on the Vex broke after a Vern tour, and a tour guide was yelled at by a mom about how inaccessible the school was.
Some of the dorms are so gross, like Thurston. There's black mold in some of the dorms, and the Thurston plague happens every semester. People need to be aware of this and how unhygienic it really is before making the decision to come to GW. But the school doesn't let us actually say any of that because they want us to paint this beautiful picture of how amazing GW is. As much as I love this school, I wish I had known this information before coming here and not have to find out the hard way.
You probably won't remember this or care, but the school was founded in... I know that a lot of students retain very little information from the tour because it's a lot of information in a very short time. Sometimes I think that less is more.
Laugh at my jokes!
This is where a rat the size of a small cat ran across my foot.
When people ask about partying or the school's reputation for partying, all I can say is that the university is a dry campus. I want to say that wherever you go, you will find what you are looking for. If you want to find partying, you will, no matter what college you attend. But if not, you'll find other ways to make friends and have fun on campus.
The econ and chem departments here are so bad. They're literally on probation. I wish I could have told all the people interested in pre-med and anything to do with econ to really prepare themselves or just not take those classes because they are truly awful. And I don't know why this school hasn't taken the time to fix it.
Wish I could split it into the script they make us follow, then make my own comments about what the school is wrong on.
Okay, so we aren't allowed to say anything negative about the school, even though we are encouraged to be truthful and tell our stories. When someone asked me how advising for Colombian is, I couldn't just be like, CCAS advising sucks, don't ever go there because it's a waste of time. Just ask an upperclassman for help. Instead, I had to say, oh, the advisors here are really helpful, you should meet with yours. What crap.
It's hella expensive.
How little the meal plan will do for you.
Can you believe that you can end up spending your G-World accidentally all in the first 2 months? What a weird life.
How strict the bars are with fake IDs.
How strict/chill the RAs are.
What majors are a waste of time.
Whenever parents ask about the campus, I always say it feels like home. But honestly, we don't have a campus, and I'm fine with it. If you lived in DC, you'd be fine with it too.
I tell them that there's a specific type of person suitable for GW. We're very diverse, but GW is a very unique vibe that a lot of people just can't get used to. It's very independent, busy, kind of a go hard or go home attitude. And sometimes you can feel like you can't catch a breath. But GW kids kind of thrive after that.
The fact we don't have school spirit and we're not big on sports, it's hard to try and spin a basketball team as a tailgate sport.
There are a lot of problems with the administration and with facilities that I shouldn't really need to worry about, given the amount of money I pay to the university, but yet this still happens. It's true for all college campuses, but I have to pretend like the negatives don't exist at all.
I would say that GW is stretched very thin, like most institutions. I would also say that while they really try to emphasize community and give you more dining cash than your freshman year, all of it disappears the minute you become a sophomore. Once you become an upperclassman, housing becomes more expensive and you have to know how to meal prep and cook in order to stretch G World. And residence halls are less like communities and more like apartments.
Stop walking so slow.
Stop asking questions.
Wow. So as you saw, college tour guides have a lot to say about the way that tours are done in college. The one main thing I want people to really take away from this video, so this isn't just a rant, is that it seems to be time for college tours as a whole to finally start changing. Whether that be at an administration level or more of just like a tour script writing level, there just needs to be more transparency overall. And what I mean by this is opening up an actual dialogue between the tour guides and the students. Of course, it's nice to actually talk about the school and give like the actual facts and figures of everything, but at the end of the day, the student experience is what's most important. And if tour guides can't be honest about what the student experience is there for them, like truly, then that kind of defeats the purpose of a tour. Prospective students go to tours to decide whether they want to commit to a place for 4 years or not because they want to know how the school is founded. And while I get that it may not be great for tour guides to really talk openly about the school, because a lot of the time what they're going to say is not always positive, I still challenge every university to rethink the way they do things. Because at the end of the day, I feel like it's more important for prospective students to really know if a school is right for them beforehand, as opposed to them transferring out after a semester and wasting all that time and money. But you know, higher ed's a business, so it's probably a win-win for them anyway. Which is why, again, I challenge higher ed, like any of them are watching some random kid's YouTube video, to really put the student experience first and to prioritize that as much as you say you actually do. But that's all I'm gonna say, that's my piece. We need to keep this conversation going, so let me know what you think down in the comments below. Special thanks to all the tour guides that submitted confessions and all the random people on the street that are willing to read them out loud. If you're new here and want to stick around for more, then definitely subscribe. And you can follow me for more content here on my socials. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I've been Imurgency, and I'll see you in the next video.